In an ancient village in the English countryside, this man thinks that the laws of quantum physics prove that Parmenides was right. His name is Julian Barber. Decades ago, he began carefully laying out a mathematical case that the universe doesn't need time, which is a bit odd, as he's surrounded by the past.
We're standing in the town, which is a very ancient street, and behind me is my home, built 1659. Newton was 17 then, just seriously beginning to think about time and motion.
If time doesn't exist, what's all this? To Julian, everything we see is an archaeological dig. Things are there first, and time is deduced from it afterwards. He believes this 1,000-year-old church and these 14th century wall paintings are proof that the whole of time exists in slices of space.
Our past is just another world, or it's another possible configuration of the universe. It's another now. And this is literally true. The instant is not in time, time is in the instant.
Julian's radical view of time grows out of the Wheeler-DeWitt equation, a mathematical exercise from the 1960s that sought to reconcile Einstein's relativity with quantum mechanics. A strange thing happens when you do this. You're left with an equation that has no t for time. Since this runs counter to observable reality, most saw the equation as further proof that quantum physics and relativity theory don't play well together. But to Julian, it was a revelation.
There is no unique history in quantum mechanics. And if the evidence from the attempts to combine quantum mechanics with Einstein's general relativity is right, there is no time at all.
So at the deepest level of reality, time doesn't exist. What matters is how objects relate to each other in freeze frames of space.
My view of the universe is just like a huge collection of snapshots, which are immensely richly structured. They're not in any communication with each other. They're worlds unto themselves. But each world is so rich that it, so to speak, part of this world, it's snapshots within snapshots. This is really what our life is about.
Our brains assemble these frozen moments and play them in our minds the same way that still photographs played at 24 frames per second make the images you're watching now seem to move. But nothing is moving. What we call time is an illusion.
In some very deep sense, the universe, the quantum universe, is just static. Nothing changes.
And according to Julian, all of these snapshots of the universe exist simultaneously.
If I were to say that my yesterday no longer exists, it would be like the number 13 saying that 11 has died. Mathematicians would regard that as ridiculous. This instant is so vital and so alive. But in a way, it's eternal. This is, when you translate that into mathematics, it's eternal.
Julian Barber's view of time may sound radical, but is taken very seriously by the physics community, which doesn't mean everyone agrees with him. Far from it. Julian's close friend Lee Smolin is also one of his biggest critics.
Time is not an illusion. Time is not a construction. Time is not emergent. Time really is real.
The idea that time is an illusion has ignited a civil war in physics. A war that pits friend against friend.